Alright, now we backtrack. I mean, a lot of people that I've talked to love DS3. It's a lot faster paced as well. This game, everything is very slow and deliberate. Everything costs a lot more stamina also. So it's just very different. And it's okay to be different, but again, I feel like they capitalized on some of the worst parts of the first game, which is like, well, people liked that it was hard, right? Without really questioning what about the first game was hard versus frustrating. And they like capitalized on the frustrating stuff and not the hard stuff. That's my opinion. There's a dragon form that you can get. See, the thing is, not enough people play this game, I think, to realistically be able to do all of the Dragon Covenant. Like, you'd have to find enough people to duel against and perpetually win against them in order to level it up. So, like, all the PvP-related covenants, I think at this point, there's no way you'd be able to realistically level them up, except maybe the Red Eye Orb guys. And there isn't even a whole Red Eye Orb in this game, which is surprising to me. That means that there's just fewer invasions overall. Wow, he's a god. He's actually a god! There we go. Can someone do me a favor and look up for me before I have to do it where to get how to get to the Sunken King DLC? Like, which shrine is it? Shrine of Winter is Ilium Lois. But is it the one under Black Gulch, or is it the one behind Duke's Dear Freyja? It's one of those three shrines, and I don't know which one is which. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to our second tree right now. This is where we fought the Pursuer. Here's Benhart.
Well, we meet again. What are you doing here? Who'd have thought we'd meet in a place like this? Fate just won't let us stay apart, will she?
Thank you. Thanks for letting me know it's the Black Gulch one. Okay.
See, the old sword's got your attention. Well, you've a good eye then. That has been in my family for generations. They say it is crafted with moonlight, and we all know what that means. It wards off evil. And I wouldn't trade her for all the riches in the world. It's said that no man has ever teased out the sword's true power. But in the right hands. I see you've taken a liking, but this is refused. Then you will have to have a great day. Aye, Benhart.
He's basically saying, if you want my sword, you have to kill me. But his quest is simply summon him in for some bosses. We only need to summon him for one more. So I'll probably just bring him in for the Giant Lord. That'll finish his quest. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Granted, I can summon him for one of the bosses in the DLC, and it's a hard boss, too. The DLC bosses are really challenging. The DLCs in general are really hard, so strap in. We're going to be dying more in those than we have at any point in this game, including Shrine of Amana, I suspect. Oh, look.
Oh, look at you, old friend. I see your travels way upon you yet. Just remember, I'm always ready to help. My homeland is in the Far East, a kingdom of honourable fighting men. And this sword yet awaits a true man to wield it. I know how swords think, you see. My homeland is...
Yeah, Sunken came first, then Iron, then Frozen. You notice these are like actual people now. They have the same moveset, but they're not hollow. Wow. I sort of treat my Dark Orb as just like a fast attack sword. It's like the difference between the Fire Longsword and the Greatsword that we're carrying. Got a bunch of these. I don't think there are any mimics left in the game. Am I eating something interesting? I'm eating a bagel. New York bagels, baby. They're the best. Don't you dare. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what happens. I don't actually know what's behind here, so. Oh! It was a trap. Oh! Okay. Does it just keep? Oh my god, I see. That's such garbage. But yeah, I'm gonna do the DLC in the order it was released. That's why I'm like doing as much of the vanilla game as possible. In fact, I'm doing all the vanilla game except the final boss. Then I'm gonna do all the DLC. That's my plan. We might get kicked out of this memory because we're taking too long. Hang on, there was another way to go down by Benhart. But yeah, now that we've talked to Benhart, he becomes usable for the Giant King, Giant Lord, whatever, boss. So we'll do that. We'll finish up his quest line, be able to get his gear for that. And I think that would be that would have been every single NPC in the game. Every NPC's quest. We've done everything. We did Kale's. No, this definitely seems like the end of where we're supposed to go. I think I went the wrong way. Please don't, sir. Please don't. Please don't. Okay. All right, we're good. Soul Vessel, wow. A lot of the dead guys here, they either have soul vessels or souls of great heroes, which is interesting. But it's kind of neat in, like, the Dark Souls games to see these big... Oh, please don't shoot me with that. Okay. To see these big battles. It's just not something you'd expect to see in Dark Souls, I think. Alright, so here's the giant soul. There, we can at least grab it so that way we don't have to come back in here if we take too long. Yeah, the optional areas in the DLCs are ridiculous. I don't know if I'm actually going to do those or not. I can try, but they are so challenging. I may just, wow, what a god. I may just, I'll summon people in. I've told people if you're in a soul memory range, I'll summon people in. Those areas are meant to be co-opted, so I would definitely do that. Oh, that's where we would have come out in the other direction. I can try, but I think, yeah, we're too late. I'll try to go back in. I want to grab the loot that's up there, and then we'll leave. It's also interesting how these soldiers are still here beating these trees. It's kind of neat. Doing them solo is pure chaos. I skipped the gank squad, and I skipped the Frozen Wastes on my first playthrough that I did solo, but I did kill the blue smelter demon. I was pretty proud of that. And I actually felt that the boss itself was very challenging because he's randomized, more so than the red smelter demon, who I did kill in one go. Blue smelter demon, they added like random periods, like he'll round up to swing, and you'd expect that, okay, that's God, these headshots. You do like a... they added random periods of time between when he swings and when he actually performs the attack. So it's very, very challenging to anticipate. Now, we may just be able to Aged Feather out of here, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I should have just committed to this earlier. To do this area. Besides, before going back down. Oh, please don't shoot me with that. Dude, look at these guys with the ballistas. They're killing it. Okay, I guess backstabs aren't allowed. There we go. Did you like the Smelter Demon? Have another one, except he's much worse. Wait a minute. This is not... How do you get to that room? It must be this. Stay calm. I enjoy this. Could have died there. Well, there will forever be one room I couldn't get into. I refuse to allow that to be the case. See, it was up here. It was up the ladder, wasn't it? Oh, that's gonna bother me. Yeah, so I traded the red soul for the red smelter sword, so I'm excited to get the second one, even though I don't have the correct stats to use it, but it should be fun regardless. See, there's this. See, how do you get in here? Impossible? You can even see a chest in there, too. So that's this building. Maybe there's an illusory wall somewhere. I mean, I could just stay in here until the time runs out. Anyone have any idea how to get in that room? So I was saying it's got to be upstairs near Benhart. Waiting for the Ashen Mist to fade. I think though of all of the DLCs, the Iron King one is the hardest, in my opinion. That was just a crazy, crazy boss. Do some trick jumping to get in there? Okay, yeah, then let's just leave. Wait for the time to run out, just about. Yeah, it seems like we're like right around here would be... See, no, it's right below us. You'd think we'd be able to get in from here. Huh. Oh well. Take me away. Fume Knight was fun. I didn't think he was that hard. I think I had more trouble with the Blue Smelter Demon than I did with Fume Knight. Fume Knight was just really fun. Also, I didn't have enough of those spikes to cancel out all the healing areas, so I had to keep them in one area of the room. So that kind of sucked. But yeah, Blue Smelter I found to be much worse. I had some trouble with the Tiger. I didn't even try to fight the second tiger, or the one where you fight 2 tigers. But that was because I was still magic spec'd. That was before I tried Hex to end the game. So I had a lot of trouble because all those enemies are so resistant to magic. I was doing like double-digit damage with like Soul Spear. It was ridiculous. Hang on, let's sit and get our spells back. I had a lot of trouble with Ivory King also, but that was before I respec to Hex. I just wasn't doing enough damage. It's actually unbelievable how challenging they made the DLCs for sorcerers. And I assume it would have been the same for miracles as well. Like, they made it unbelievably hard just because everything is so resistant to everything you cast. So I couldn't beat those bosses. That's what forced me to respect was Ivory King. And then I went into the Iron King one and had way less trouble. So I think that was very telling. Okay, King's Ring. So we're going to go and do the last Giant's Memory. That'll allow us to go and fight Vendrick, because we'll have all 5 Giant Souls. Every Giant... You don't need all of them, but every Giant Soul weakens Vendrick by a certain percentage. He starts with like 32 times normal resistance, and then each one that you get halves that. So we'll bring him back down to normal resistance with all 5, basically. Something like that. Or like it's only times 2. I don't know. Okay, so here's the last one. So apparently, like, Fume Knight and Velstadt had a feud, and Velstadt bested Fume Knight. And yet the Fume Knight boss is way harder than Velstadt, I think. But Velstadt's still pretty tricky. Okay. We need to be human so we can summon in Benhart. This may actually be him. So you can see the boulder here. Like, this is where we got the other Giant's memory, or the Giant's soul. So it's kind of all the same area. This boss is irritating for one reason, and that's because there are ships firing flaming boulders into this fort. That's the only reason this is challenging, because they do persistent damage to you, and it's a pain in the ass. So it's sort of like you got to get through this as fast as possible. Dude, look at Benhart just get in there like a champion. The boss, though, is extremely straightforward and, in my opinion, easy. So once we get to him, we'll have no problem. Oh, Benhart, don't die to that. Okay, here we go. There he is. Giant Lord. Thanks, Benhart, for taking the first hit. So this guy can one-hit you if you're not careful. His attacks do massive damage. Let's not get too greedy. Try to finish this with Benhart. As you can see, massive damage. Let's just sip up. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! There we go. Giant Lord down. Pretty straightforward. We get the victory. Benhart's quest is done. We just have to find him again, so they'll give us his shit. And we get Giant's Kinship. That's what's needed to progress the main plot and go and confront the final boss in the same area we fought the Throne Watchers. Okay, there's our last soul of a giant. And let's get out of here. It's relieving also to know that Benhart's quest is done, because we didn't summon him for the Throne Watchers, and the only other boss he's available for is... Actually, you can bring him in for the final boss too, but I'm not going to. Okay, so I think we can find Benhart in Castle Drangleic in order to get his gear. Or we can get different... There's 2 things we have to do right now. We don't have to do them, but I'm going to. There's 2 sets of gear. We can also get Captain Drummond's gear because we've killed the Giant Lord. So we gotta go talk to him too, so we have to go back to one of the memories. Oh, I guess he's not here. Let's spend our souls first, just in case I, like, fall off a ledge or something. So we gotta go find Benhart, talk to him, find Captain Drummond, talk to him, which requires to go back into the certain memories.
You've been
That's
well,
not the Emerald Heralds.
Hi.
And then we're gonna start the DLCs.
There until...
Okay. Gonna try to get up to 40-40 by the end of this. Then probably just go back to attunement for casting speed. I have to go back to the memory? Okay, good to know. Well, let's go talk to Drummond first, because that one's closer. For those of you who don't know, the Giant Lord is actually the last giant boss from the start of the game, which is why the last giant got so pissed as soon as he sees you. Yep, that makes sense. That's interesting. Oh my god. Forlorn. Forlorn. I'm just trying to make progress here. You're wasting our time. I just want to do the DLC, and here comes fucking Forlorn again. I think it's randomized where Forlorn shows up. Just a pain in the ass. Apparently Forlorn also has 1,000,000 endurance. So that's fun for me. Oh, okay, that's the wrong... Oh! Forlorn, what a god! There we go, okay. I keep pressing not what I'm trying, not what I want to press here. Okay, I guess Forlorn cannot get staggered. I can get staggered, though. Ultimate Poise God. It's too bad we missed on a pretty easy effigy because I multiple times thought I was putting my sword up to block and instead started casting a spell, allowing her, some free hits. Fine. Alright, can we please, game, just allow me to do this stuff because this is just a goddamn waste of my time. I already went through all the shenanigans as for the prerequisite, so I'm not gonna not do it now. Oh my god. Well, I feel like we should kill. We should still try to kill him, her. If we can just get like one good smash attack in. Oh my god, look at how little damage that he takes. The dodge. The dodges. Okay, wow. This is a fucking nightmare. If I must. I just want to heal first. I was forced to do it this way. Apparently Forlorn also has like 1,000,000 stamina. Please. What? There we go. Just like so much HP, my god. Sir Alon and Fume Knight were both fun, but I didn't have a ton of problems with them. But I understand why people think that they're the hardest, because they're definitely the most fast-paced bosses.
Take these. Don't ask me. Be gone with you. Be gone.
Okay, can we just... Please tell me we can. Okay, good. I was gonna say, if we can't Ancient Feather out of this, I'll be very displeased. A gentleman doesn't heal in a duel. Yeah, but it's like, it's an NPC duel. Also, if you're invading me, then I will always do the necessary. Okay, now we talk to Benhart. Then... it's Vendrick time, baby. That's not the way. It's this way. Spear gods. I'm beginning to feel like a spear god. All my people from the back to the front to the back. Stab. Think your spear's long enough to slap box. I don't need to kill these guys. But for me to rap like a computer must be in my genes. I got a laptop in my back pocket. My pen will go off when I have cock. I got a fat knot from that rap profit. Made a living and a killing off it. Ever since Bill Clinton, it was still in office. With Monica Lewinsky feeling on his nutsack. I'm an MC, still as honest, but as lewd and as indecent as all hell. Syllable, skillaholic, kill 'em all. This flibbity dibbity hibbity hip hop. You don't want to really get into a busy match with this rapidy rap pack and a mac in the back of the yak backpack. Rap crap, yap yap yakety yak. Now at the exact same time I attempt these lyrical acrobat stunts while I'm practicing that, I'll still be able to break a motherfucking table over the back of a couple of faggots and crack it in half. Okay, Benhart, give me your sword. You claimed you would give it up for nobody, but you will give it to me right now. I guess this is the only place he is now, that we've exhausted all his other dialogue.
We have outwitted death.
Yay!
My homeland.
Okay, I don't care about your homeland. We finished every NPC quest. Looks like we somehow have I don't know why we have enough souls. I guess Forlorn gave us a bunch of souls.
Bear hunt.
Okay. What did I say? Vendrick, right? So we have to go to the Undead Crypt. For a second, I was about to go and start the DLC, and then I realized, I'm like, why did we do all of these other things? It's so we can go and fight Vendrick. Vendrick is 100% optional, and I almost feel bad killing him, but in a way, we're sort of just putting him out of his misery. And actually, before we fight him, there's one other thing we can do in his room. Let's see if we can get through this fog door without getting killed. It's gonna be close. Oh wait, no, there is no fog door. Huzzah! These guys aren't gonna chase me, right? Okay, good, they're turning around.